At S&R Products again, coming to you today to show you how the double vise converter can really change and improve your productivity. You've seen in the previous tutorial how to actually load the double vise converter, and today we're going to show you how it actually works. So to do that, I have to get started here. Let me load the double vise converter into the vise and we'll get going. So what you want to do is you want to take your double vise converter, and again, with your two jaws pulled away a little bit, you've got to be able to slip behind. So we are going to install the double vise converter by dropping it behind the two outer jaws, and then we're going to tighten down the bolts and actually lock those into place. Okay, so give me just a second here to tighten down the bolts and we'll get ready to go. All right. So now that the outer bolts are all tightened down, and in this particular example, we already have the inner jaws bolted on to the center jaw. So with that, you will take whatever you're going to use. We're going to use some 1/8 parallels, and we're going to clamp them into place. One for the back set of jaws, one for the front set of jaws. And we will tighten down on those. The reason being, you want to use something like a 1/8 parallel is you just want to have a little bit of a gap so that when you machine your pockets and cavities, you'll actually be clamping down on the part once you remove those. So it gives you that little bit of a gap there just in order, again, to be able to tighten on your parts. So we will tighten down on those 1/8 parallels. And now that they're clamped down, we can go ahead and we can set the stops. As in the tutorial video, you want to always set your spring-loaded stop first by pulling back on it, giving it some good tension. Again, we're recommending a 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch gap here in order for the device to work correctly. We'll do the second side. And we will tighten it down. And now you'll do the two back stops here, again, by pushing them up against the center jaw, and then pulling them back about 1/8 of an inch or so, just enough to give you room to release your parts. And we will get both of those locked down. Okay, now with the double vise converter loaded into the vise, with the parallels clamped on, and with all the stops set, we are ready to start machining the pockets in this particular setup. So as you can see in this particular setup with the double vise converter, what we chose to do was to run two different operations. So we bored the back jaws for the round part as it came off the lathe, and that way we can go ahead and we can mill the hex on that side. And then after the hexes are milled, we transfer that operation to the front set of jaws. We're clamping on the hex part, and we're going to actually machine out the pocket and the cavity on the second side. So whether you run 6 parts all in the same operation, or whether you choose to do like we did and split them up, you're still getting much more production out of your double vise converter because you can run many more parts, as you can see. If you're interested in the double vise converter, we recommend you visit our website, snrproductsusa.com, and look for your local distributor.